It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 321. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle Herzog.
Hello.
Hello, we're here to talk about 90 Day Fiance Season 11, Episode 10.
That's crazy.
But before we jump into the pool, I'd like to introduce you to a brand new concept called Patreon. Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast is where you will find all of our bonus content, including but not limited to So Pumped to Vanderpump Rules podcast, Macaroni Rascals, a Jersey Shore podcast, Recycled with Noelle and Michael, covering Mob Wives, Real Housewives of New Jersey, and many more. Also,
like that.
BS, where we just kind of
BS, really.
there are so many bonus podcasts and episodes that you would die before you could finish them. So make sure you join us at patreon.com/trash talk podcast so you could slip into death easily.
That you could shake a stick at.
It's right down there in the show notes. You could click on it, yada, yada, yada. Do whatever. But you know what? On your deathbed, you don't want to say that you weren't a patron. That'd be embarrassing.
How embarrassing. Jesus would be like, go.
Jesus would not even be like, say. Also, guys, if you want this podcast the day we recorded up to a week early, make sure you join us at the elite level where you'll also get a free sticker and access to our secret Facebook discussion group.
Ooh.
Wow. Let's jump
Wow.
into the pool. Season 11, episode 10 of regular 90 Day Fiance.
Okay, let's do it.
We're starting with Sarper and Shekinah.
They're flying to Montana. I've heard Montana is so nice.
Oh my God, this looks so beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
He's like, oh my God, look at that goose.
See, this is me. I do dumb shit like this.
And you're like, no, that's a goose.
Yeah, and you're
I'm
like,
it's
you're like,
just a moose.
actually, I see, but the thing is, just tell me it's a goose. Just be like, you're right. Just like I tell you to do this to
I
people
know.
all the time.
I
You
know.
should
You're like,
be
just say yes.
Yeah,
Wow, I
make
love
yourself look
geese.
like a fool
I
in
love
front of other
gooses.
people too. Right. I love geeses.
A moose, plural is meese, or we just made that up?
I think we made that up because what's
Okay.
a mouse plural?
Mice.
Oh yeah, mice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Hello?
beast.
Oh, I've seen many meese in my day.
Oh wow, I have one in my house right now. A meese.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, you do, but he is invited.
He is actually invited. He stayed. He was running around before.
Really?
Real quick. Let me
no,
tell you.
slow.
You know how I put two wheels in the tank?
Mhm.
Like one is like kind of flat because
Yeah,
that's what I
because
saw
you've
the
been watching
hamsters
Skinny
running
Talk.
on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And one is a regular one. They're both
Yeah.
quiet. I have never seen this mouse ever on the wheel. I stay up at night watching.
Right.
Today it jumped on the wheel. I guess there's like it went up there to eat a little
Right.
something. It started running because it started moving, and I think it got really scared. It was
Right.
like,
It's like when the treadmill, when
hell
you
is
can't shut off
this?
the treadmill.
yeah, it hopped off. It was crazy.
Wow. Just like really against cardio, this guy.
Yeah, and I'm like, guy, you're gonna get fat in there. I
Yeah.
have news for you.
You're
I
like, if
mean,
you
your
want-
aunt gave you a bag of treats.
If you want to stay small, you have to eat small. If you want to be big, you eat big. That's how it goes. Guys, make sure you're watching all of these terrible videos that are promoting eating disorders that I love on TikTok.
Yeah, because Matt is like so against having a fat pet. He's telling me, just don't give her as much food. Give her a little less food. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Matt's on Skinny Talk too.
No, he is on Skinny Talk ever
I
since
know.
his wrestling days.
Well, guess what, guys? When your stomach is growling, it's because it is applauding you for not eating. If you want more of these tips to get ready for the summer,
I don't know what that gets me every time.
All right, so moose, goose, meese, geese.
Yeah,
There's taxidermy at the airport. This is crazy.
but that's like in Las Vegas. There's like slot machines and smoking rooms.
Right. Fun. All right.
Yeah.
So then we have, do you know that last episode, Sarper threw up? Did you know
Yeah,
that?
yeah, and thanks for reenacting, not even reenacting, showing us exactly
The whole
throw up
clip.
again.
Okay,
Mhm.
but also it was this lock screen on last week's episode
Yes.
too.
That pissed me off because every time I like went off the screen and I
Yeah.
had to go back, I had to keep seeing it. You
Mhm.
too.
Yeah, it was great. It was really nice. I liked it a lot. So she went from being Amish to moving to Montana. Where was she Amish?
That's what I want to know. Maybe like Pennsylvania.
Where did she
I would love to know because I can't figure out. It's so ambiguous, her ethnicity.
Tom.
Because her names are so like Shekinah, Shariah. You know what I mean? I'm just curious.
I don't know. Maybe that's the Amish in them.
Shekinah's an Amish name?
Maybe.
Okay. I don't
Guys,
know.
what is it?
Yeah,
Go
I'm
to
just
90 Day
so
Fiance
curious.
Trash Talk on Facebook. Join our group and tell us what nationality
Okay.
or ethnicity.
Sounds great.
Thank you. So she lives in a house
Yeah.
30 miles off the road.
Yeah, like they were
That's a
really rural.
big front yard.
That is a big ass front yard. Right. I think she means 3 miles.
Maybe she means 30.
And she's okay. So she's
I
like,
don't think it's 30 though.
our electricity came from a generator. So we didn't have electricity. But you did because it came from a generator.
Right. She's saying she was off the grid though.
Right. Sure. Which is why they probably grew their own food. They probably like
Right.
never went into town unless they had to go to like the DMV or something.
Slash the post office, slash the Walmart.
It's crazy. It's like you left Amish to become Amish.
Yeah. To be more Amish.
Yeah,
Just
you're
alone,
more
just
Amish.
solo-ish.
And they were homeschooled.
Well, this family did a bang up job because what smart.
I mean, they're all dead in the eyes.
Okay. I wrote here in my notes, dead in the eyes runs in the family.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Also, old Shekinah's face, Sophie looks just like her.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
how
realize
genetics work.
Yeah, I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Right, because you see Sophie's dad and you're like, no chance.
Well, here's the thing. There's this girl that I know. She had, a lot of work done on her face to look like someone different. And then she had a daughter and out came her old face. And I'm like, yeah, I remember that face.
That's a reminder for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And it's like, you could run, but you can't hide.
I like that.
Oh, man. So she gets him a cowboy hat and they're going to go horseback riding. And he's like, oh my God, this is like a Bob Ross painting. So now this is what I want to say about that.
Tell me.
I feel like people from other cultures and countries know our culture so much more than we would ever know their culture.
Yes.
It's
like how, like I would know a painter from,
okay.
from anywhere
what do you know
else
about
here?
being Turkish? It's like, I don't know, evil eye bracelet.
Tea?
Thank you.
Right. Tea, cool markets,
Mint tea.
cool lamps.
Lamp.
Tracey has one.
I have a Turkish
Right.
lamp.
Right.
Delights.
A market with umbrellas.
Delights.
Right. Narnia. But it's like, what do you really know?
Right. Turkey sandwiches.
I like turkey sandwiches.
I had one. Well, I had a roll up
All right. I like that.
without the bread.
Yeah,
Not because
I like
I'm on
that.
skinny talk, just because I'm gluten free.
Great.
So they're gonna go to this equine therapy place, right?
Also, he's growing a fuller mustache.
Yeah, he's mustaching.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He must ask you a question. But
Yeah.
these are therapy horses, right? And he also says that it might hurt his balls because he has big balls. I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
it's gonna.
It's I mean, I
bad.
could see that.
No, bad.
It like munches your balls.
Bad because I don't mean to give too much away about myself, but I don't have any, and it hurts mine.
Damn.
Mhm.
And so if you have big ones,
Right.
it's gonna hurt extra.
Right. Like any crotch. It's like going to spin class.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like so sore afterwards.
Okay, now remember, it's not just sore on your balls, it's sore on your inner thighs because your legs are like,
Yeah.
it's very, there's a reason why cowboys walk like that.
Yeah. Did you ever see my dad walk? That was crazy.
Yeah, but it's like, how their legs are like
No, I
bowed,
know.
like those bowed jeans that they're having now.
Oh, yeah. They're in. Yes, they are in.
Okay, well, that's happened because people rode horses.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay, so they're like, okay, what horse do you really connect with?
There's only 2 horses.
Okay, but that's the thing. She kind of is like the black one with white socks. I thought that was so funny. That's
Yeah,
just
me
a
too.
box.
I was like, I have to ask Tracey. Is that what you say?
I don't know. I've never heard that before.
Oh,
but
okay.
I loved it. And then they're like, well, which one do you connect with? And it's like, well, there's 2 horses. So I
I
hope
thought the
it's the
same.
other one.
I'm like, I hope he doesn't say the black one with white socks.
Right? And it's like, oh, well, I guess you're going to only. And then the brown horse just runs away crying.
Right. Like, nobody picked me. It's cute, but it's like, this wasn't like real horseback riding.
I mean, it was your first lesson.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
they do. They put you in the ring and they just,
Okay.
You just go around and
But I think that
around.
he would be a fun person to like do this with because he's like a big kid.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fun. Okay, so they're also riding Western saddles,
Wow.
so they don't post. But of course, we're in Montana. Of course, they'd be riding Western saddles.
Of course they would.
It's not like when I rode in the UK and we
Mm.
chose English style.
Okay.
What's your problem?
Okay.
What's your deal?
When you rode in the UK.
Yeah, we had English style saddles in the UK.
What's the difference?
So it's just like a different style of saddle, but the thing that you, the lay people would
Yeah.
to your naked lay eye would recognize is the large horn in the front of the
Yeah.
saddle that you hold
Yeah.
onto. That's a Western saddle.
My
Your
dad,
dad rode-
saddleless.
Yes, but he also, I'm sure, if he rode,
I'm
rode
sure he
Western,
did.
because he didn't come from the UK like me.
Yeah, he's not from the UK.
Right, he's from the West.
I
He's
didn't
from
know
the
you were from
wild,
the
wild.
UK.
Oh well, it's weird that you just found out.
Wow,
Your dad
crazy.
rode Wild Wild.
Yes, my father was very wild.
He rode Wild Wild West. Okay, so her three sisters are coming. What is happening with this family? This is Joan Jett and the Black Hearts walks in.
I was very much not expecting this. I guess I don't know what I was expecting.
It's like, what are you all, hairdressers and fashionistas?
yeah,
What's
it's like I
happening?
wish they were my aunts. I
They
bet Sophie has a great time with them.
Oh, I bet so too.
Yeah, I'd be like, can I have all your clothes?
She's like, you know what? Can I have all your clothes? Do you mind plugging your eyes in for a little bit though while you hang out with me?
It's so true.
Maybe just charge them before you get here.
Yeah. What's Soraya? Is that the mean
Yeah.
one? She's the meanest of the pack.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Sharper
also her
wears-
boyfriend. I wasn't expecting him either.
No, very facial tattooed.
Yeah, Jay.
It's like, does everyone live in Williamsburg?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, do you guys go to microbreweries? Like,
yes, they
what
all,
is this?
they're craft bartenders.
Yes, the one Mariah.
They're
the only-
mixologists.
They are mixologists. They
Mhm.
like fluff egg whites to put in their
Mhm.
drinks. Mariah is definitely a hairdresser.
Yes, because she has the Joan Jett two-toned
Yeah,
mole, if you will.
right.
Yeah,
Mariah,
they're-
Ziana, Soraya, and Shekinah. I want to know what the other ones' names are.
Okay, well, I think you could just probably make
Yeah.
up noises and keep
Yeah.
going. I'm sure that the beverages that they prepare for their patrons are scented,
Yeah, right. Like
There's a
they
lot of
spray a
essence.
little essence on it. Yeah.
and then they light it on fire.
God, it's so late. I can't do this. This is
There
not
was-
who I am.
Okay, so when the Stand Comedy Club and Restaurant had the standing room, it was like that.
Mhm.
And they used to have a drink where they put it in a globe and then they smoked the drink.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They do that at a lot of whiskey bars.
Yeah.
They're like smoking old fashions.
Yeah.
Is like really big now.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Every time I smell a smoked drink like that, I think of a worse time in my life.
Oh, I think of mozzarella. Really.
Wow. What depth in your brain?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's wearing the American flag shirt from Walmart.
He got that from Angela.
He got Angela's like, you want to borrow a bikini too? He's
You
like,
know,
"Maybe."
It's like, was Sarper ever really a dick? How can someone turn a leaf like this?
Right. How do you have a different personality
Right,
altogether?
Right. And also, because they used to be like, what is it, Dom and Sub? Suddenly she is completely different too.
Right.
Like before it was like, yes, Sarper, yes, Sarper, yes, Sarper. And now it's like, shut the fuck up. I'm going to throw you out of my house if
Yeah.
we fight.
You can't have a grilled cheese.
But that's what I'm saying. Right. You think you're going to make toast in this kitchen?
No. This is my facial kitchen. I have to do oven Botox later.
Yeah.
All right. He loves sweet potato fries.
I do not.
I did not ask you to.
Do you like them?
I have a love-hate relationship.
Too sweet.
I don't really like fries like that.
Me neither. Yeah.
If they do get too sweet.
That's what I thought. That's why I can't really rock with sweet potatoes.
Yeah. All right. So they asked if she trusts him. And they're like, well, how do you trust him? They want to know if she's allowed to go through his phone every day.
Right. But like, you shouldn't do that.
Mhm.
And then like the sister's like, then how would you know? You know, Shekinah's very naive. And it's like, because she doesn't go through his DMs every day.
Okay. Well, guess what?
What?
They are having a secret tit off.
What do you mean?
Every single one of the sisters was like, listen, we're all going to show our boobs
In a different way.
in a different way. And
Yeah.
whoever wins at the end of the night gets an award.
I think Mariah won with the under tit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right, because Shariah had the side tit.
Uh-huh. And then she kind of had the middle.
Yeah, and then
They had a tit off.
I don't know the other one's name. Ziana
Whatever.
had it a little bit on top.
Right. So now, Sarber, out of context, they cut this.
Yes.
And they say
Yes.
something like, oh, he says something like, oh, she has geisha vibes, like that she serves him. Now, here's the thing. I'm
Yeah.
going to translate this.
Tell me.
I don't think he's allowed to touch anything in the apartment.
Right, so she has to serve him.
But what are you serving him? You're not serving
coffee.
him. But you're not, because you're not allowed to. You know who's serving him? The DoorDash guy.
Interesting. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because
Okay.
she's probably like, no, don't do that. Don't do, like, just let me give it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll hand you something. And he's like, okay, fine. Scalpel.
Right.
Gone.
That makes so much more sense.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, he said that basically this conversation got derailed and he missed the last exit before the bridge. That was
Because
so funny.
you could see everyone, especially Shariah,
There's-
she's starting to spin.
Yeah,
She's getting mad.
they're spiraling.
But it's like, I don't know. Who would she like? Who would she really like?
She's mean.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Mark and Mina.
The nicest girl.
Okay, so Jade comes to meet her. First of all, Jade has braces. Is Jade in middle school?
I know.
Here's the thing about Jade. She's
Yeah.
super, super nice. Her vocal fry is outrageous.
I know it is.
And the overlining of the lips is 911 inducing.
Yeah, because it was also a lot of stuff. It was just a lot
There's a lot of mouth
stuff.
accessories.
Yeah. A lot of mouth accessories.
Very mouth forward, if you will.
And just like big glasses.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of facial accessories.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, so she's like, oh, yeah, I broke up with Mark. He did not break up with me. Thank you very
Mhm.
much.
Yeah.
Because he was moving to Boston and I didn't want to move to Boston.
Right.
And I was overlining my lips to overcompensate. And we tried to do it long distance, probably for like a week. And then she was like, no, thank you. You could just send me money.
Well, I mean, so that's the thing. She doesn't want to move there and he didn't want to live in Florida. It's just not going to
Right.
work.
And then he ended up moving to New Hampshire anyway.
Right.
Oh, I would have been, he really was trying to bamboozle her
Yeah.
and tell her that he was moving to Boston when it was
Right.
100% not Boston.
Agreed.
Anyway, so they compare the timeline and she's like, no, I don't think he was cheating on you with me.
Okay, but I like that. She's way nicer than her friend was. I forgot her friend's
Okay.
name. She's
But
way nicer.
Wait, we're going to get there. So
Yeah.
she's like, listen, I have a new boyfriend. Then she also like is like, oh yeah, he used to text me to see how I was. And then she's like, no, he still texts me to see how I
Right.
am.
Which of course he does, but also I don't think he's like,
Right.
you know, hitting on her really.
No.
Yeah.
But she said that she was basically home. He was texting another woman that he wants to bring her to Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, I mean, I'd break up with him too.
And she's like, yeah, I didn't want to. She's like, if he could do this when we're together, what's he going to do when he lives in fake
Yep.
Boston?
Yep.
Okay. So she's like, is there anything I should know? She's like, girl, his family stinks.
I know. And his mother's all up in the business.
Okay. I love how
Yep.
it's the mother.
Yep. I know, because I thought she was going to say something about Jordan.
Me too. And she's like,
Yeah.
no. It's his mother wife.
But they were both, what a class act. Mina, good for you. You're a
Right?
girl's girl. You
So-
came
okay.
in so nice.
So who is the woman that had the boutique?
I can't remember her name. The
Okay,
mean
Debbie?
girl.
Whatever. Let's just call her Debbie.
Sure, let's call her Debbie.
Okay. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, I went to Debbie's shop. And she's like, oh yeah, I like shopping there.
Uh-huh.
She's not her best friend.
I mean, there
She
is
barely-
a vastly large age difference between
Right.
her and that boutique owner.
Sure. But also it's like, yeah, she knows her, but like she's like, oh yeah, Debbie, right?
Right.
Like she
She's
was
like, how much
not-
did you spend there?
Okay, this is now I'm on board.
I know you are. I'm like, Tracey loves this.
She's like, I spent a lot of money, like $1,000. She's like, I would do 2-3.
That's so funny.
Okay, now she goes back to Mark, who's like not watching this free range child.
I know. He's like, hey, you good over there?
He's like, throw up a peace sign if you need me.
She's like,
Okay.
no, I'm okay.
She's like, don't worry, mommy put the electric griddle on the stove. I think I could survive some free play on the carpet.
Yeah, I would say so. Free play.
All right. So she said that she was so happy that Jade was pretty.
Right, because everybody's basically saying she's Jade's replacement.
Okay. But it's like, I get this. I get this. We have friends that are like, if their ex-girlfriend is pretty, I am upset. And I'm like,
I don't know why.
let me tell you something. You and I,
Yeah.
me and you, we have some unfortunate things that have happened to us. And I
Yes.
want to talk about that right now.
Ooh, okay.
Both of our exes
Uh-huh.
are with very unfortunate looking women. Like outrageously unfortunate.
Uh-huh.
Like startlingly unfortunate.
Yes.
And that makes me sad because I don't
Right.
want to be part of that club.
I don't want to be associated.
I would like,
Mm-hmm.
listen, after my boyfriends cheat on me or whoever they cheat on me with, I would like it to step up, actually. I'd
Yeah,
like to be the
agreed.
ugliest of the group.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
I would like to be the ugliest in the group. I am tired of carrying the team.
Agreed. I think it's so embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
is.
It's like, oh, yeah, no. Then he started dating her.
After you?
Oh, but okay, but even before, it's like,
Yep.
I'm not dating a man unless he shows me 5 beautiful women that he was in a relationship with.
You're right. We have more than one ex who wound up with unfortunate women. Yeah, it's true.
I mean,
It
I'm just
sucks.
thinking. I'm thinking of
I'm
one
thinking
of
of one
yours.
specific.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. Me
I'm
too.
thinking
But
one
I'm saying
specific for you too.
I just feel like in general, men are like, okay, I'm ready to get married now. Doesn't really matter who's there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How old is Jade? 17?
That's what I want to know. That other woman couldn't have been her best friend.
Okay, not only, I gotta tell you, I think Mina was she was Mina's junior.
Yeah, I know. She was younger than Mina.
It's like, what's happening
Yeah.
here? Anyway, so he said, he's like, oh, Mina overreacted so much.
How?
She's like, oh, anyway, she's like, you could say whatever you want, but we talked about your mom.
Okay, but how did she overreact? She's like, okay, we made up now.
Okay, but also bring up again that Mark lied to you.
I know how easily she let it go.
She was like, oh, okay, he lied about everything. No big deal.
It's no big deal.
You cheated on.
She just wanted to know what Jade looked like, I think.
You love Jade so much,
Yeah.
Mark,
Uh-huh.
that you cheated on her.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that, Mark?
Women, a lot of women don't hold men accountable. Yes.
Well, Mark, I'm holding you accountable. And if you're listening, which you definitely are, be accountable.
Yeah, be accountable, Mark.
Speaking of accounting, let's talk about Stevie and Maddie.
I have to tell you, I would never propose to this girl ever in my life.
Yeah, but he loves her. They're
Why?
they've been collaborating, making videos about learning English online.
It's a good idea.
I like it.
Yeah.
So they're driving to LA, I'm sure. I'm thinking.
That's what I'm wondering. Right.
I guess. So she said that, okay. So she's like, oh, I'm going to leave you in California. What would you do if I left you in California? He's like, I guess I'd go home.
You would think what he said.
What was the appropriate answer?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna
He's like,
wait
I'll
for
start a
you.
new life at the shore.
Right. What are you supposed to say?
I'll join the circus.
She got so upset.
This
no
is the
reason.
fake storyline that they have.
I don't think it's that fake. I have news for you.
No, meaning that like their problem is that he's leaving and going back to
Yeah, but
Iran.
I think she believes that.
No, but it's not true.
No, of course it's not
Yeah.
true. But it's like, also, tell us about your first marriage.
Hello.
Yeah.
All right. So we go to Ocean Springs and she apologizes. She's like, I feel like I might have overreacted.
You think? Right, because he took you where you wanted to go.
And now I realize why his name is Mahdi.
Why?
Because his hair is also madded.
I didn't realize.
Why is
His hair
he
was so
spraying hairspray from 1 centimeter away from the roots of his head?
I know. He's like dry shampoo. Not
Yeah,
even.
It's a
Yeah.
bag texture. It's a cotton candy spun texture.
Yeah, I could see that.
He's using the wrong products.
Yes, he is. And she's not helping. And she has good hair.
She does.
Yeah.
Well, he proposes on the beach and he gets down on one knee, just like he saw in the videos that she's been sending him.
I know. That was cute, but it's like he said, I felt cringe.
But so what amuses me about him is
Mhm.
that he's not just learning the language, he's learning like the slang and he's learning like the culture and he's learning like funny things.
Yeah.
And like when he was like, I'm fixing to propose, it's like, oh, that's so funny.
When they were explaining what hump day is.
Yes.
Yeah. I like
so
that.
cute. All right.
Because also, how would you know?
Speaking of hump day, let's talk about Greg and Joan.
gotta tell you,
I
I don't
don't
like
know.
this
I don't like
either.
either of
I don't
them.
know who I don't like more now.
I don't like either of
Yeah.
them. So he's wearing jeans and a wrinkled shirt to his interview.
And
And his
nobody's gonna say, "Hey, that's a bad idea."
right. But you know what?
What?
I hate his mom the least out of all three of them.
Yeah, me too. Because you know what? She at least supports them. She supports them financially.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
His mom's like, you know what, Joan? I have a project for us to do. And you know what? This is a project that I would have for you to do with
A
me.
basket of misfit socks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have one of those right now.
I'm like,
in
yeah,
my
this is
bedroom.
this is actually a very fun project. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I would do this.
She was like, yeah, Joan cleans up after herself. Like she mopped the other day. And it's like, yeah.
She's like, Greg would never do that.
Yeah, your son's a loser.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Anyway, also throw the socks away.
Why?
I don't know, man. Just get new socks. How long have these socks been in the basement?
I don't know. It's a lot of socks, though.
In the basement.
Also, are these like a dad socks too? Is there a dad there we just don't know about?
I don't think there's a dad. I think the dad is DED dead.
Are we just
DAD is
assuming?
DED.
I don't know if we're just assuming.
I think that it's safe to assume.
Okay.
You
Somebody
think there's
tweet
a-
Greg.
There's no secret dad.
But just because he said more than once, like, you take care of all of us.
Yeah.
You know, there's
the
a
two
lot
dogs, him and Joan.
of, I don't know.
Okay. Well, he's back home.
Oh, yeah. And in Uganda, she washes all her clothes by hand. It takes 3 to 4 hours.
I'd be like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's wild.
Yeah. I'd wear a bikini every day. Okay. So her family is trying to come to the wedding.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing, Lucille. You kind of walked into this. She's like, tell me one bad thing about me, basically.
Right. I mean,
She's like, what do you like least about me? And
she did fall into the trap, but also, Joan, shut up.
she said that she wants privacy and she wants Lucille to go out more. I'm sorry.
Okay, but is that what you have to say? She's supporting you.
All right. Well, in the meantime, Greg comes back. He's back home, and he said that at the interview they were asking him technical questions. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
they were
he's
like,
I
"Do you know
think
how
I did
to-"
okay.
It's like, do you know how to unclog a toilet, Greg? Because that's going to be what's happening here.
Do you know how to grounds keep?
Do you keep your grounds,
Do you keep your grounds?
or are your grounds running all over the place?
I also love these little dogs. They're like, I guess, siblings. They're so cute.
They're very cute.
Yeah,
All right. So he said that if it was a test out of 100, he got a 75 or an 80. Not great.
that's not great. But I guess, like, I don't know how many people were there.
So she said that he's like, yeah, why'd you tell my mom to leave her own house that she pays for?
Yeah,
And she goes,
he's
"Oh,
not wrong.
I wanted to get in a fight with her, basically.
Right. That's where she loses
She
me.
goes, I wanted to test her patience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on to Matt, Ani, and Amani.
You know, this was a lot.
They're still at the resort.
Yeah, this was a lot.
Why are they on this show? Why aren't they on Before the 90 Days?
Well, they were on what is it? Love
in Paradise. Yeah, but
yeah.
they shouldn't be on this. They didn't get approved for anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right. So they're going to go to Tijuana where she lives, and they're going to see Antonella, her daughter, who they already met. Not her sons.
I didn't realize that they already met her.
Right.
Also, they're like, oh, she's a single mom of 3. No,
No.
she
No.
raises her daughter.
Right. Sunday is not your sons.
Right.
Okay. So she's a stripper, and the guys at work bring her daughter toys, but they're also bringing her daughter toys.
Great.
She said all of her ex-boyfriends always brought her daughter toys.
Okay, that's fine, but don't tell them that your regulars do.
Okay. Amani is mad.
She's always mad.
She's always mad.
She's
So
always
now
mad.
They're fighting because they're like, what did you tell your infant daughter about us?
How old is she? Like
I don't know. 1? No, I don't know.
6,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And she's like, oh.
But they're like, oh, Lila knows. And it's like, I don't think Lila
Yeah.
really knows.
And he goes, she goes, yeah, she knows that we're friends. And Matt's like, yeah, well, our daughter knows you're our very special friend.
Right. Wow.
Also, he says it with such an accent.
Tracey, this is what I wrote. I'm like, and I'm not just saying this either. It's like, why does he have this broken English accent?
Yeah. Well, they're going to co-parent together. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Mm-mm.
Okay. And she's like, I don't want to do this distance relationship anymore. There's no, she doesn't
You
say
have
long.
a 20-minute.
Okay, but that's why she doesn't say long distance.
Right. You have a 20-minute distance.
Yeah. She's like, you live in Manhattan. We live in Brooklyn. This could never work. Okay. She hugs Amani goodbye, but kisses Matt goodbye.
I know.
And I'm like, ooh, that's not great. So
Uh-huh.
he said that she's very mysterious,
Right. And she likes it that way.
but she has to rat Ani out and tell
Mhm.
Matt that
Mhm.
she said that she loves Imani more than Matt.
But why? Why tell him?
Also, he's like, we've known her for 10 years.
No, he's saying his wife. Like he's been in a relationship with his wife for 10
Oh,
years. So it's
okay.
like, oh, she can't hurt me the way my wife can hurt me.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he's mad. And now she's mad at Matt because he's mad.
Right. And she's like he's ready to walk away.
He's not, though.
I don't know. I don't think he's that into it.
Right.
But like his wife is very into it. That's the problem.
I know, but she wants him to not be into her, but she wants Ani to be into him, but not into him.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
It's like, oh, God.
She wants them both to be really into her and pretend into each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to Juan and Jessica.
I mean, talk about unlikable people.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So the kids are sick. He's been there for 25 days and he's going to make macaroni and cheese soup.
Oh my God, Tracey.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I understand that you don't have instant mac and cheese. First of all, you didn't read the instructions.
Well, that's the thing. You didn't read the instructions.
Second of all, how do you make pasta, sir?
Oh, yeah. Interesting. I guess I didn't think about it like that.
Everyone does
Yeah.
things. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Because he's like, oh, where I'm from, you have pasta, you boil
and you would
it,
drain
and you
it.
get the cheese.
Right. So you wouldn't
Yeah.
add the cheese to
Right.
the water.
And you also didn't read the directions.
Okay. Also, you're eating the leftovers from a sick kid.
Yeah. So many parents do this though.
Great. Okay. So he's also making fish and asparagus for dinner, and everyone's like, I don't like fish.
Okay, then where'd you get the fish from? Because this guy didn't go out today to go buy it.
Right. He got
So
a fish
where'd you get the
delivery.
fish?
The
Right.
fish man.
Right. The fishmonger came by.
Yeah. He just threw it over.
Please. That's why I'm like, come on. Also, that was the fattest asparagus I've ever seen. I hate fat asparagus.
Oh, I like it.
It's woody.
Well, you're stupid. Sorry, you are.
Wow.
He feels bad because he's home and he doesn't know how to take care of kids. Okay, you know what? This is a sad story. Then you shouldn't have had a kid.
But also, like, I'm just curious, where, like, before he got here, what was she doing with her kids
Probably
in the
daycare.
day? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
the baby probably went to daycare, and then the other
ones
sick
are
kid
in
went to
school.
school.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
He feels useless. I get it, but you can't work yet.
Guess what? You had a
Yeah.
baby with a
Yeah,
stranger.
you chose.
What is with her crimped hair?
This is her thing.
This is
This
very
is her
bad.
thing.
Well, he's dreaming of the boat. Aren't you not supposed to say boat? Isn't it ship? And don't they like really go hard about saying ship when you're on a cruise ship?
Oh, I didn't know that. Is that
yeah,
a thing?
I think it's a thing. Guys, go to the thing.
Really?
Yes, go to our group and talk to us about that.
Wow. I didn't know
Okay.
that.
Also, he's gonna go out with her friends. They're gonna go out with Megan and Herbie.
Megan the Crier. I know. At first, I wrote Hervey, and I'm like, what the hell kind of a name is Hervey and Chandler?
Okay. And he's mad because he can't drink near the bowling balls. Okay, well, let me tell you something. I think Megan is drinking enough near the bowling balls for
Yes.
everyone.
Yes, I would say yes.
Megan, you're not supposed to step over the line. It's very slippery. That's how the ball goes.
Yeah, I've never gone that far in my whole life.
You know why?
Why?
You're not supposed to. Because
I
you're not a bowling ball.
I can't tell if she has a shield tattoo or a Star of David tattoo on her shoulder. I'm
I
so
thought
curious.
it was like a mandala kind of thing.
No, it looked like it was a full star, but I
Oh.
couldn't tell if it almost looked like a sheriff shield in a way, but also a
makes
Star
sense.
of David.
Well,
Right.
Megan falls and Juan's like, ha ha ha, God punishes.
Okay, Tracey. She has to bring up again. What have you done to earn my friend's
Okay.
trust?
And then she says, quote, I just need to know. You need to know nothing,
Why do you need to know?
Megan with an I.
Who are you?
I need to know why your mom named you Megin. I need to know why you're dating a man named Herbie.
Also, she's like, oh, I really want to ask her to be my maid of honor. Is there no one else?
There's no one else. That's the
There's
thing.
no one else?
Isn't it just like poop and bags of poop in the town?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it's like, this sucks. Don't have a maid of honor. Just don't have one.
Well, she said, don't worry. If you do anything to my friend, I'll ruin your life. Megan.
Okay, I
why
have to
don't-
tell you, I would step in. So would you not? Wouldn't you be like, shut the fuck up?
I'd be like, Megan, you need
But
to go home. That's why God did actually punish you by making you fall down. Go fall down again. Megan, you know what you should do? The people at the bowling alley said go on the lane
Uh-huh.
and just run onto the lane.
You would get in a lot of trouble.
I wouldn't get in any trouble.
I feel like you get in so much trouble.
Me,
I don't know. They're so
Tracey?
strict about it. They're so
Megan's
strict
the one
about
running.
it. No, but I'm saying she would get in so much trouble.
Oh no. Megan's in bowling police jail.
That's what her shield is.
Yeah, she's the bowling police. And then she pulls her shirt down and she's like, "No, guys, I have a PBA card.
Look, it's right.
Look at my
it's right
shield.
there.
Look at my shield. Please don't take me to bowling jail."
He is so annoying.
He's annoying. She's annoying. They're annoying. Everyone on this show is annoying. I feel bad for the kids.
Yeah, and also it's just not funny to me. It's like you don't threaten my fiance.
I know.
don't
And then these kids have to grow up without doors.
Doors, doctors without
probably
borders, kids without doors.
Kids without doors. They probably go to other people's houses and just walk right in.
They're like, what is this?
They probably walk into the door. They don't even open it. They don't know how.
They just walk through it.
Yes.
These poor kids.
This is sad.
Yeah, I know. It's like she annoys me because she's so worried about him leaving, but she purposely makes things hard for him. That's why she annoys
Yeah,
me.
but also, Juan, get
no,
away
I
from
know.
here.
I know. Juan, get a life. You blew a load in her, please.
Yeah, thank
Please.
you. Okay.
Please.
That was nice, Noelle. 90-day podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Noelle's at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. TraceyCarnazzo.com for everything podcast related, including my upcoming stand-up comedy tour dates. Leave us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you listen to us on, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds great.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.